Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is my friend Andrew. And this week is the final week of our regular season. We're about to get into the playoffs. And for the other half, the play-oofs, that's OOFS. For those that aren't in the actual playoffs, the play-oofs.
Or the play out.
The play-outs. It is Wednesday night, December 11th. Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
Well, for fantasy football, I suck.
In this league.
Yes.
Okay. Couple things I want to do. We haven't done a shout out all year. I'm going to do my first shout out of the year, and this one's going out to Corey Bittner. Corey, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you very much for playing fantasy football, being a part of our lives. I know you have got some great and amazing things going on in your life, which is why you're going to have to step away from a lot of fantasy football. So enjoy that. If you do get a chance to listen to this, man, we appreciate you. Good luck in all of your endeavors. And thanks for playing football with us. And with that, I'd also like to point out I made it to the Final Four in the Guillotine League and lost out because Jamar Chase got the ball instead of T. Higgins. I had Higgins. The other guy had Chase. I needed him to score. What was the difference? He needed to get only 25 points in that league, and I think he did 30-something. Yep. So if Higgins got 0, Chase could get 25, and I'd be okay. More than that, and I'm toast. Higgins. Yeah. What a wild week it's been in fantasy football. I would like to take if you would indulge me, Andrew, a trip through the fantasy football realm, because most leagues are starting their playoffs this week.
Yes.
Just to do a recap of where we are at. In the Guillotine League, I made it Final Four, got eliminated. So it's just 3 guys left. In Poor Man, who we'll talk about that here in a little bit. In the Common Man, which is a league that Donnie runs that I jumped into, I believe I'm in last place. I'm in second last with my rebuild team.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I have a shot for the max points 4 to get, but I should get either the second or third overall pick based upon how rough that league is. Then in Simple Man, in a weird turn of events, I got into the playoffs in the last like skin of my teeth and eliminated Triple B85, knocking him out of the playoffs. And I'm in it, probably just to be the sacrificial lamb this week, but I made it. You were on the outside looking in on that one, correct?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah, you finished 7th. We were both on the bubble.
Yep. I started winning too late in the year
season. Team came together.
Yeah.
All right. Crazy Man. I got and you got the week 1 buys, buddy. Congratulations. How does that feel?
You too.
Yeah.
Weird that I don't have to set a team this week.
We are kicking butt and taking names in that league. I'm very excited to be competing in that one. No fun.
Yeah,
I made the playoffs. Did you make?
No, I started winning toward the end again. And
that's okay. All right, so you're out. I'm in this L effing Empire. I believe I am in the. Yep, I am in by the skin of my teeth. Gods of Football, I am out by a lot. Yahoo Dynasty, number 1 seed, baby. Going in with the bye week, feeling good. And another one called Fantasy Wars, another Donnie League. I believe I am battling for last place. I do find it funny. Did you see the post that Slick, who we're in multiple leagues with, in No Fun, he officially beat you for last place.
How?
Max points 4. You surpassed him. Max points 4. He just posted it. You passed him.
Another week. We still have another week.
No, that's it. Regular season's done. Playoffs start this week. No fun.
No fun. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no fun.
Poor Man.
No, you own Poor Man. Yeah, no, he So you're right now. You're the 102. He's the 101. Yeah, and he's very happy with his his victory there. You got to find the victories where you can, right?
Yeah.
That's good. It's been a wild ride. I found now that I've diversified a lot of my teams, I don't have a lot of the same players everywhere. I'm not riding the highs when my team is winning because everybody's performing, right? And then the super lows when they're not, because that's what happens when you have the same guys everywhere.
Yeah.
Some leagues I'm winning, some leagues I'm not. So I get to ride both, right? Like, oh, hey, look, I'm feeling good because I'm in this one, but I feel bad I'm out in that one. But hey, I can jump over to this league and still be
Yeah.
okay. All right. Want to do quick, where are we at? Anything going on in the world that you've seen, done, or read about before we talk about football news?
Not really. I had my
Hey,
head buried in the sand.
no, well, you have been acclimating to a new job, and that Christmas party is when? Is it next week? This weekend?
It was 2 nights ago.
Oh, how was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Did you get drunk and take your shirt off?
Hell no.
You haven't been there long enough, hey? Okay.
No. Plus, I was driving, so
Okay. All right. But it was a good time?
yeah. Yeah. Good food. Lots of
Right
people
on.
there. I'd probably say there's well over 150 people there.
Oh, wow. Good turnout. Nice. By chance,
Are you
have you
running water?
heard of, pardon?
Are you running water?
You can hear that?
Yeah.
I'm in the basement next to the pipes. So right here, I don't know, 5 feet away is the hot water tank and the drains and stuff. That's weird that you could hear that. No, but never before.
Steve
Hopefully not.
Austin, the $6 million man.
Yeah, there you go. The first Steve Austin.
Yes.
No, where was I going with this? Have you heard of Star Wars Skeleton Crew?
I've seen commercials for it, yeah.
Watch the first 2 episodes with my son, and it is for him. It's for us, but it really works for him. It's about kids who find something that puts them on an adventure, kind of like Goonies.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's a fun little Star Wars adventure show, and I like it, but it is definitely geared towards that younger demographic. So I'm enjoying watching it with him. The sad part is 1 episode a week. I'm really disliking that. I just wanted to watch them all and be done.
Yeah.
Well, but if anybody else hasn't watched it, it's actually pretty good. Don't expect like dark, foreboding Star Wars because it's made for, I'm assuming, like 8 to 12-year-olds. That's who are really going to get
They
like a
gotta
big
try and
kick out of
reel
it.
in the they gotta try and reel the kids in again.
Yeah, you got to keep them addicted. Got to get them while they're young. That's how they did it with us.
Yep.
All right, you ready for some football talk? You got a bunch of news here.
All just stuff that I saw today. Washington Commanders Brown
Who is
is
that? Noah Brown?
he
You wrote I
is it
Brown. I think it's Noah Brown.
yeah, is basically done for the year with internal injuries. And then it was also announced that George Pickens is doubtful against the Eagles because of the hamstring injury.
Yeah.
Um, Belichick, I know this isn't fantasy, but Belichick's become the new head coach for North Carolina University.
I did see that. That's legit. That happened?
Yeah, they said it was announced today.
Wow. So we can remove him from an NFL coaching position. He's going to college.
Yeah,
Interesting.
his
North Carolina.
grandkids could be playing on that team, but I don't know how much he'll have in common with the players. Like, he might be out of
Well,
touch. But
his girlfriend is the same age as them.
I suppose, yeah, yeah. And then this was not an article. This is just my opinion. I don't know if you saw the Monday night game.
I did. I watched it thinking I was going to save myself in several leagues.
Yeah, I only got to see the last few minutes because of the Christmas party, but the way Dallas lost to Cincinnati on Monday night, you could see Parsons and Lamb, they could be checking out for the year now. They were both looked distraught on the bench when that punt got screwed
The
up.
weird punt, yeah, that was wild in itself.
You looked at when they kept going back to Parsons, he looked like he was going to burst into tears because he was so frustrated with the team. They should have won. They would have been in field goal range right off the bat, and then they blew it. And then Jamar Chase
Just
not only
dunked
messed
that
up their
dude on.
night, they messed up your night too. But
Yep. I needed Joe Burrow to score less than 15 points to have just a really bad game, and I would have been happy everywhere.
I was happy.
As a Bengals fan, as a
Well,
guy who
no,
placed a bet on the Bengals going under 49 and they got 47 on a guy, yeah, there was lots of reasons for you to be happy.
but I could see that team just their two biggest stars. Just I'm done now.
Yep, I'm hurt.
This team is screwed up so much this year. I'm done. I'll show up, collect my paycheck, but I'm not putting in the effort that.
No. Micah Parsons, I don't think did he get a deal re-signed? Did he re-up with the team? I know CeeDee Lamb did, or CeeDee Lamb's about to.
Yeah, if he didn't, they'll both. They're both everybody knows the talent that they have. They'll get paid, but I just why when the rest of the team keeps letting you down week after week after week, you know,
Okay,
I
he's
could
under
just see it.
contract. Yeah, he's under contract for 2025.
Oh,
So
there you go.
this is the year that he would be getting another contract.
Yeah,
He's due 24 million next year, so
I
that's
could
going to
see,
be tough
but
because they exercise.
he's also not like he's not. It's not like CeeDee Lamb where CeeDee Lamb is just beacon everywhere. You could just see his frustration. Like he's not going on me. Well, I haven't seen him going on media and all this trash in the team and his teammates and stuff like that. But you could just see it on the bench. Like I can't believe that this just happened again. I'm done with this baloney.
Okay, CeeDee
Again,
Lamb
that's just
is
my
under contract. He signed a big deal.
yeah. Yeah, they paid Prescott and him. So you know could you blame the guy for checking out the last couple of games of the season? Not really, but everybody should still try, but I could see it.
Yeah, yeah. CeeDee Lamb essentially is getting paid for the next 3 years, 25, 26, 27. As soon as 2028 rolls around, his dead cap is nothing. They can cut him at that point. But there's an option to extend him in the contract to 2032. So he would be 31, 32, 33 years old, and they can just option him each year. Okay, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine him checking out because he's dealing with the shoulder injury. He's
Yeah.
like, no sense in hurting my body any further. I'm done. And then, which is going to hurt fantasy managers. And then Micah Parsons is like, why is he going to put in the effort to try and, hey, you know what? You guys want to suck? Then go suck. I'll do a shift and come
Yeah.
off. Do a shift and come off.
I'm getting beat up, double teamed and triple teamed.
Yeah.
Somebody else can put in the effort that I'm putting in.
Do you know what the NFL draft order is right now?
Couldn't tell you.
Let's have a look. Where does Dallas sit? Because that would be Dallas. Yeah, that doesn't help them. Okay, so number one right now is Las Vegas, the Giants, then New England, Carolina, Jacksonville, Tennessee, the Jets, Cleveland, Chicago, New Orleans, Cincinnati, Dallas is at 12.
And it's funny because if Cincinnati wins out, they can make the playoffs. They're not mathematically out.
Right, because they're in their division, but still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big swing from 12. I guess Dallas just needs to keep losing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which they probably will. They'll probably start saying, "Oh, well, we're going to give our young guys some opportunities to see if they're going to be a fit next year."
Yeah. Okay.
So if you got Dallas guys, you might not want to play them.
That's the tough part. I don't have Dak Prescott anymore. I owned him in a few leagues. He's now on IR, so I've had to pivot to other options. I have CeeDee Lamb in one league and Brandon Cooks in a couple others. And Brandon Cooks might actually be the valuable pick
Yeah,
if CeeDee Lamb decides to go take a break. They got to throw to somebody, and Brandon Cooks is the next man up.
yeah, yep.
Okay, let's talk about some fantasy football, our league stuff. Starting with the sleeper report. Sleeper report. Sleeper report. Here we go. Best manager of the week this week was Josh, aka the Multi Beast. He had 91%. Congratulations. So good job there, Josh. Worst manager of the week. Not a good time to have that title, especially when you're trying to make the playoffs. Goes to Slick at 77%. So not bad. It doesn't mean he had too many points on his bench. So unfortunately, that went the wrong way. Narrowest victory goes to the Josh, aka the Multi Beast, and Shervin with a difference of 5.02. That was 118 to 113. And we did have some differing opinions between that matchup because it could have gone. Shervin's been playing rather hot lately. So that was close. That was a close matchup. Highest scorer of the week. And I'm just going to go back and double check this. It's got to be one of the highest, if not
Yes,
the highest.
somebody posted it
The
in our
second highest,
yeah,
yeah.
the second highest.
Second highest score ever in league history at 192.88 going to Bryce. This is a guy who wants to make the playoffs and he's doing a very good job of it. Congratulations. He also happens to be my opponent this week. We'll talk about that momentarily. And poor man of the week is no stranger to the position, is our friend Andrew. And for that, my friend, you continue to get the sploosh. Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Oh, down the drain he goes. It's like the turd that won't go away. You just keep floating right back up. Now, I talked a little bit about it. Playoff challenges. There's been a massive shift as a result of wins versus wins and losses. The board has changed. First things first, Marvin, you are 100% locked in, got a playoff spot. Josh, aka the Multi Beast, you are locked in, got a playoff spot. Player number 3, though, little baby sheep man, is in danger of losing. Had I won this week, I'd be in the 3 spot. He'd be in the 4. I would like to point out that little baby sheepman has a 100% chance of winning, of getting a playoff spot. 100% chance, but he might not stay as the 3rd seed. He might move to the 4th seed. He has an 81% chance of getting 3rd, but an 18.97% chance of getting 4th. And here's that scenario. If he loses again this week, he's still in the playoffs, but he could be bumped down to 4, depending on who wins, myself or Bryce. Now, Bryce moved up, and he has the best chance as of right now at 53.86% to make the last playoff spot. He has an 18.96% chance to take 3rd, so big chance here. 34.9% chance of getting 4th, but 53% chance overall just to make the playoffs. I fell back a little bit. I'm sitting at 46.09, making the playoffs. And Slick essentially fell right off the edge of a cliff. He has a 0.005% chance of making the playoffs. Very minimal. So to quickly recap, here's what has to happen. It's win and get in. If I win, I'm in. If Bryce wins, he's in. If Slick wins, he has to earn more than 65 points, more than myself or Bryce. And then he's in. That's that 0.005%.
So if he hits 200 points and you guys only hit,
100.
and the two of you hit 150, or 140,
Let's say we hit
120.
110. He'd have to hit 175 or above.
Watch him get in.
It's
That would be
possible.
funny.
This is
That would
just
be
not
funny.
probable. So that is the wild turn of events. I think it's pretty crazy to think that little baby sheep man, as hard as he's been playing, he's just faltering here at the finish line. He's going to stumble in, but might lose his third spot.
He's drinking too much of that Quebec beer, stumbling in.
Take a break. So let's do a quick matchup review here. Last week's matchups, first one was me versus Marvin. I lost. It's a close match, though. That's where I needed the Burrow to only score 15 points. I should have played Goff. That would have tied me. It still wouldn't have won, but. So I selected myself. Donnie selected me. Josh selected me. That means Andrew and Gabriel, congratulations. You guys got points. Matchup 2 was Little Baby Sheepman versus Juan. Everybody picked Little Baby Sheepman, except for this guy. I picked Juan, and I got it right. Congratulations, Juan. Matchup 3 was Slick versus Bryce. We all picked Bryce, and Bryce showed up with 192 points, so congratulations. Matchup 4 was Chervin versus Josh. Everybody went Chervin, but Josh came out on top, so the only one who won that was Josh. Congratulations, Josh, for picking yourself. Matchup 5 was Donnie versus Andrew. We all picked Donnie. Donnie came through. So here's the standings. I went 3-2. Andrew, you went 3-2. Josh went 3-2. Gabriel went 3-2. Donnie went 2-3. The overall standings, Andrew, you are still tied with first place, 43-27, with Josh, who is 43-22. Second place is currently with Gabriel at 42-22. Donnie is 41-29. I'm way back here at 40-30. This is our last week of the regular season. We need to do matchup predictions. I propose something special, and I'd like to jump ahead to our bet. Would you like to entertain this idea?
Fill your boots.
All
I'm
right.
up by 2, so.
Come on. So congratulations, you did win last week's bet. You selected Cincy and Dallas to go under 49. They did. They went 47. And Seattle, Arizona to go over 44, and they went 48. So you went 2-2, and I went 1-3. For that, you now lead the series 8-6. I got to choose the bet. This week's bet, I'm gonna do something different. I don't think we've ever done this before. We're going to bet based upon our selections of winners and losers in the matchup predictions. Who is going to have the better score for this 1 week? In the results of a tie, we will use the differentiating point values. So in this case, had you picked Bryce to win, the difference between Bryce's score and Slick's score would have been positive to your total. If you had picked Slick to win, you would have taken the reverse and removed it from your point total. So get the most correct answers and earn the most points.
But what if we all pick all 5 games the same?
Then I'll come up with something else. But I'm pretty sure we won't pick 5 games the same. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, you and Bryce.
Me and Bryce. I'm going me. I'm not even going to, I don't even have to look at it. I know I'm going me.
You know what? Let's make this even more interesting.
Okay.
You can't look at the bet. You
Can't look at the teams, just at the point totals?
just got to go by what's on the board right this moment. I'm going to take Bryce. So we're not going to be tied. We're not going to be at a total tie. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going Bryce. I went me. Just so you guys know, Josh went me and Gabriel went Bryce. It's going to be close. I already know it's close. This is the one matchup I've looked at intensely because I know this is winning in. And I'm gambling, folks. So after we place our bets, we'll go back and we'll look at each one of the rosters and you'll see some of the dangerous things that I'm doing. Matchup 2 is Marvin versus Juan. Juan's on a hot streak. He's been playing God Killer, but Marvin's got a really good, solid team. No injuries.
Hey, you got to go Marvin on this one.
Yeah, we're both Marvin on this one. Slick versus Josh, though.
I got to go with a B.
Yeah,
he's going to lay a smack down.
So we all went Josh. So Josh went Josh. Gabriel went Josh. Andrew and Chervin, I think we're all going to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Donnie versus Little Baby Sheepman. Can Donnie do the upset?
No, I got some little sheepies.
Yeah, okay. So really, it's coming down to you betting on Bryce, me betting on me. So we're
Yes.
not going to end up in a tie here. This is just going to be me beating Bryce or Bryce beating me, and one of us is walking away a double winner. This guy. All right, so let's quickly break down.
Or it's a triple loss for you
How so?
because you lose the week against Bryce,
Yeah,
you
okay.
get kicked out of the playoffs for sure, and you lose to me. And you go down 3 to me with running out of time.
Okay, man. No biscuit, no risk it, no biscuit.
That's right.
Okay, so folks, here's what I'm doing. As of right now, I am playing Kyler Murray versus New England. David Montgomery and Gibbs. Mike Evans, who was questionable today, he missed practice, so I'll be monitoring that. I have Adam Thielen as my wide receiver too. I swapped out AJ Brown. Trey McBride's going to stay on my tight end. Oh, I see. He's got a questionable. Why? He was limited as practice. I'll monitor that. Sam Laporta is my backup. I'm rocking Cortland Sutton, James Conner, and Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, why did you? Oh, you have an illness. Okay, so that's how I'm lining myself up. On the opposite side, I'm facing Josh Allen
If you got to bench one of them, the only one you got is Brown.
and Sam Laporta,
Oh, and
and
Porter.
Kendry Miller. If Alvin Kamara is out, Kendry Miller's up. I do have Michael Pittman, which I'm not overly confident in, but that's my break glass in case of emergency wide receiver play. Okay, my opponent, Josh Allen, Isaac Guendo, who's nursing an ankle injury and might miss Thursday night. Devon Achane, always a threat. Devontae Smith, if AJ Brown's not getting the ball, Devontae Smith ain't getting the ball. Calvin Ridley, yeah, he could do something. I'm not scared of Calvin Ridley. And then George Kittle, that's a good tight end. Aaron Jones, whew. Yeah, I'm not overly frightened of Aaron Jones. This guy I'm frightened of, though, Jordan Addison. He has been on a ridiculous, you know what? You can hit me for 3 touchdowns. You can target me 12 times. I will get you lots of yards, but not every week. So against Chicago, I'm hoping that Chicago's defense makes it an Aaron Jones game where Jordan Addison or maybe Justin Jefferson gets all the work and Jordan Addison gets ignored. Really don't want to see Jordan Addison. And then James Cook against Detroit. I'm going to trust Detroit getting the job done and slowing this guy's roll down.
Yeah.
So I'm optimistic, very optimistic. I'm 124 to 120. It's very close. Anything could happen here. It's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
Marvin versus Juan. Rocking Joe Burrow, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Amon St. Brown, Mark Andrews, DK Metcalf, Garrett Wilson, Ramondre Stevenson. He's got options too, because he can pivot to Jaden Daniels now. He's got Jonnu Smith is the only guy on his bench I would consider starting. Everybody else is.
He's actually been getting lots of targets lately.
Wow. Okay. Juan on the other side's doing the Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, Tyreek Hill, Jacoby Myers. Oh, that one hurts because they don't have a quarterback. Yep. But maybe something happens. Travis Kelce, Khalil Shakir, Jerry Jeudy, and Devontae Adams. Like it's not a bad lineup. It's not a bad lineup. Could finish the season on a high note. And he's got Jalen Waddle on the bench that he could swap in if need be. And Rachaad White. Okay. Slick versus Josh, a.k.a. the multi-beast. Josh has got the advantage, though. Brock Purdy, Najee Harris, Kyron Williams, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, Cade Otton back in at tight end, Ladd McConkey, hopefully he's back from whatever injury. Well, he's still limited. Keenan Allen and Darnell Mooney. And the rest of that he's not trusting Jaden Reed from the Green Bay after getting the zeros. What do you think about Josh's team over here on the other side?
I gotta switch to that. What's Josh got going on there? Josh got Aaron Rodgers.
That's a scary selection.
Yeah. Brown. So Cincinnati against Tennessee. He should have lots of yards. Dowdle. Dallas. If the rest of the offense disappears, Dowdle's got to do something against Carolina. T. Higgins, Drake London, Njoku, Got Robinson, Flowers. He doesn't have a quarterback to swap back in. He really doesn't. He's got his best team out there. Tracy, maybe.
Yeah. Tyrone Tracy. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you could go Gino.
What happened? All right. Matchup number 4 here we got is Andrew versus Chervin. Andrew, want to talk about your team? You want to share? No?
Not
Can't hear
really.
you.
My team's so bad.
Okay, I'll do it for you. You got Patrick Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco. Oh, you're rocking Isaiah Davis, hey? You think he's going to be the guy over Braylon Allen?
Yeah. If Hall, I'm waiting to see what happens with Hall. If Hall doesn't play,
Yeah,
I'll go Davis. If
I
Hall
think.
does play, I'll be swapping out to probably Tim from Denver
Okay, I think
or
Brees
Hill.
Hall is out this week. I think
Right.
you're good here. Yeah. Then you've got Devon Vele, right? You say his name? Yeah, Devon Vele from Denver. You got DeAndre Hopkins. You got that Calcaterra. Hey, still rocking him. He's still doing good.
Yes.
Right on.
He had a good week again last week, so yeah, for
He
sure.
did. Then you've got Ray McLeod, Christian Watson, and Keon Coleman coming back from injury after missing 5 weeks. So hopefully he can get back into the groove for you. I really hope he doesn't because it's against my Detroit Lions. I really hope they just get utterly destroyed.
Somebody's got to get some points.
Somebody. And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be somebody on your bench named Parker Washington. That's who's going to get points. Yeah. On the other side, though, Chervin's bringing to the table Baker Mayfield, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Kyle Pitts, who's doing nothing, Bucky Irving, he sits out Wednesday. Okay, not a big deal.
Yeah, he's really questionable, but they're pushing for the playoff spot, so he probably will play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then we've got Juwan Jennings and Malik Neighbors, Malik Neighbors was limited, but he's playing Baltimore. Oh, that's a tough matchup.
I'd almost go Tua over Mayfield.
You think so?
The matchups, I think
it's a Chargers. Yeah, you're right, Chargers. Okay. And then last matchup, we've got Donnie versus Little Baby Sheepman. Donnie's bringing Caleb Williams, Sincere McCormick of the Raiders. Wow. Bijan Robinson, Puka Nakua, MVS, Evan Ingram, Brian Thomas, Trey Tucker, Cedric Tillman. He's sitting Javonte Williams and Brees Hall because that makes sense. And he's sitting Nico Collins. That's a surprise. Nico Collins versus Miami. I think I'd throw Nico Collins in there, especially over Trey Tucker.
He probably hasn't updated yet.
Yeah. Maybe he's just feeling bad for poor old little baby sheepman on the other side. He's worried about him losing his 3 spot.
There is that.
So little baby sheepman's bringing Lamar Jackson, Nick Chubb, who isn't really good, except for that 1 week against me.
Yeah.
Then Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Amari Cooper, Brock Bowers, Quentin Johnson, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Does he got somebody on the bench? Kenneth Walker's out. Yeah, he's out. Romeo Dobbs, maybe, if he's healthy enough, but he doesn't look. He's still in the concussion protocol. Yeah.
It'll be a tight one.
It's going to be a tight week, folks. It's going to be an exciting week, though.
But Mike will lose. Tres Colores losses.
No way. Absolutely no way. So this week's bet is Mike versus Bryce. Winner takes all.
Yep.
Nice and simple. Wow, we're 38 minutes into this episode-ish in that time frame. Who knows what it's going to look like after we cut it and edit it. We have reached the end. We blew through this tonight, man.
Have you checked out some dates?
4?
We will get to watch the national championship.
No way.
Yeah.
I haven't checked anything related to college football.
Yeah, they announced the bowl games yesterday. Michigan plays on the 3rd.
In the Reliable Quest Bowl?
Yeah.
I guess Alabama, right? So at least we're playing a good school.
No, it wasn't Alabama.
Yeah, we get Alabama at the ReliaQuest.
I thought it was somebody else. But the national championship is the Monday that we're on.
Wow, okay. Just looking at December 14th, December 18th. We're so far away. Oh, wow. College football playoff first round game. Have you heard of something called the BCS?
Yeah. Bowl Championship Series.
It stands for?
Yes.
The BCS does their own rankings, and it's different and independent from
the coaches and Associated Press.
And they don't have the same group of teams ranked in the top 12.
Their top 25 is usually different because it's very heavily favored to the SEC.
SEC? Okay, so we are, Monday, January 20th, college football playoff national championship game, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia. There we go. Oh, we'll get to see some cool football.
Yep.
That means we could get we could have good football we get there Saturday, right? There'll be a Saturday and a Sunday game. We'll get Sunday. We'll get Monday night. College football. Woo woo. Quarterfinal bowl game, the Gator Bowl. So just Texas Bowl, Citrus Bowl, Sun Bowl. Yeah, the Relia Quest on December 3rd, New Year's Eve, Alabama versus Michigan. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay, Florida. 12 p.m. ESPN. So that afternoon. Might have to do some day drinking on New Year's Eve. Crash in the afternoon, get up. I'm not working on New Year's Eve. No way. What is that date? I don't know what that date is. Maybe I shouldn't say 31st.
The date? The 31st? Like it is.
But is it a Friday? Is it a Saturday? I don't even know.
The Tuesday.
Oh, that sucks. You know what? I am scheduled to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take the wind out of your sails.
That's okay. I'll just watch while I'm at work. That'll be my paperwork day.
There you go.
On New Year's Eve on that, they'll let us go by 2.
I'm sure.
Yeah. That's usually what happens when a day like that happens. If you didn't already book it off, those that show up for work will be gone and done by 2.
Yeah.
And we were informed today at our weekly meeting that our timesheets and our purchases will have to be submitted by a certain date. And I had to do the obvious, ask the question, you're asking us to submit 3 days of work before the work actually happens. So how am I supposed to code and bill my time when I don't know what work I'm doing for the 3 days leading up to the end of the year, just so you guys can have it in and entered and posted for the end of the year? So can you please inform me what you want me to do those days? And I got a wink and a nod. It's like, you're not doing anything those days. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. We've got football. We've got a trip. We've got Christmas. We got New Year's. We've got all kinds of good things going on. We got making the playoffs. We got breaking hearts and taking bets back into the hands of those that deserve them. That's what we got.
Bryce is going to be the breaker.
Yeah, he's going to get broken. That's what's going to happen.
No.
Bryce is going to show up. He's going to be like, oh, man, I got a good chance. And then the mighty football gods will enter the field, enter the play. And they'll be like, nope, here we go.
Here we go.
Divine intervention.
Okay.
This is what we call Smack Talk.
Yes.
Well, if you're good for the night, man, I'm good for the night. I'm going to get this thing posted. I'm going to get ready for the weekend. How about yourself? You good? All right, folks. I wish you all the best, Bryce. Again, good luck. It should be a fun matchup. Whatever happens, tears will be shed no matter what. Yep. All right, folks, from one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it is not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.